Hello everyone, this is Joe from Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Updates and welcome to this week's pack opening. I've got myself a pack of the Dark Illusion from my local toy shop and yeah, really looking forward to seeing what is inside. So, without further ado, let's see what cards we've got. There's a smoother pack opening than some of the ones from the movie pack. So, Super Hippo Carnival, which is a Perform Pal card. Special summon one Perform Pal Hip Hippo from your hand, deck or graveyard. Then special summon as many Hippo tokens as possible, but they cannot be tributed and monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters for attacks for the rest of the turn except Hippo tokens. So it's an interesting card. It's specific to Perform Pal Hip Hippo. You can also special summon monsters from the extra deck while Hippo token is in the monster zone. So it's a defensive card. I would say it's a defensive card. We have Red Mirror, which is very an interesting looking card. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, target one Fire Fiend type monster in your graveyard except Red Mirror, and add it to your hand. If you synchro summon while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step, okay, so a niche area where you can't do that, or in the turn the card was sent to the graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. Okay, so it can recycle Fire Fiend types. I'm not up to date on what Fire Fiend types there are, but yes. We have a new Perform Pal. Well, it was new. Life Swordsman. It's more human than I've seen the Perform Pals being before. When your opponent gains life points, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, this card's attack becomes equal to the life points your opponent gained. You contribute this card, then target one face-up monster you control, it gains 1,000 attack to the end of the turn. All I can think of is using is Flintlock, the old infinite life point combo. Our rare, which looks great, is Triamid Hunter. Looks like some ancient Egyptian gold digger, essentially. Or gold digger in the modern sense. If a field spell card is faced by the field, you can normal summon one rock type monster in addition to a normal summon or set. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can, I swear they don't make these things easy to read, you can target one Triamid field spell card in your field zone and send it to the graveyard, and if you do, activate one Triamid field spell from your deck with a different name. Okay, so it's the field spell engine. Demise of the Land, this card reminds me of that. And now, the person sitting opposite me wants to build both a Toon deck and a Dark Magician deck. What would you say if the card we pulled was Toon Dark Magician? From the pack. Toon Dark Magician, ladies and gentlemen. What a brilliant draw that is. So like all Toon monsters, it can't attack in the turn it's summoned, and while you control Toon World and your opponent controls no Toon monsters, it can attack directly. Once per turn you can discard one Toon or Manga Ryuran, then activate one of these effects. Either special summon a Toon monster from your deck, ignoring summoning conditions, or add one Toon spell and trap card from your deck to your hand. What a card this is! That's very nice. It's still a 7-star, it is still going to be difficult to summon, but it's another engine for the Toon deck. Yeah, really cool, really nice to see that. So we have Fright Fur Sanctuary, so working with the bear and the evil scissors. Activate this card by discarding one card and sending two Fright Fur monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard. All fusion monsters you control are treated as Fright Fur monsters. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Fright Fur fusion monster in your graveyard and return it to the extra deck. Interesting. So a combo fusion deck, possibly. Magical Meat Breaker Field. Activate this card, and it appears to have Mobius the Frost Monarch and Breaker the Magical Warrior on it. Activate this card during the start of your main phase 1 or 2. During each player's main phase 1, monsters on the field cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Also, neither player can target monsters their opponent controls. You cannot activate set field spell cards. So it's a restricting card. Magical Midfield Breaker. Activate at the start of main phase 1. During each player's main phase, monsters on the field cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. So it's blocking out some phases. I was looking at this card today actually, the next one. Perform Pal Radish Horse. I just thought it was really funny, a horse made out of radish. It's a pendulum. So once per turn, when it's pendulum summoned, or when it's in a pendulum zone, sorry, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and one perform power monster you control. And that opponent's monster loses attack equal to the attack of the perform power monster, even if Radish Horse leaves the field. Its main effect is if your opponent controls a special summon monster and you controls at least as many monsters, you can special summon it from your hand. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster on each player's field until the end of the turn. That opponent's monster loses attack equal to this card's attack, which is only 500. And if it does, that monster you control gains attack equal to this card's attack. Okay, so it gives you a 1,000 point swing. It's got 2,000 defense, which is still nice as a 4-star. It was nice as a 4-star in the very first pack, or even as a 3-star for Giant Soldier of Stone. The 2,000 defense is okay. And another Perform Pal, Pendulum Monster, Gongato, which is a cat, seemingly taken some hallucinogenics. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares direct attack, you can activate this effect. You take no battle damage from that battle. And its main effect is that once per turn, when an attack is declared involving a monster you control an opponent's monster, you can activate this card effect and you take no battle damage. So it's another defensive pendulum card. Right, and that's our pack opening. I think we're very pleased with the 2 Dark Magician. And yeah, join us next week for another pack opening.